And yeah, what's up friends? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys mko fiti. So this is Marsha Creatives, and as I had promised, we're going to have a free Photoshop masterclass. And the whole idea of us having this masterclass is so that we can get guys to master skills. And I'm just going to offer this masterclass for free, and I'm just going to teach everything from basics to advanced tricks and tips in Photoshop. So it is upon you to play along and understand whatever we are going to learn. So today's video, this is our first video. Let's say this is our first class, and the whole idea is to give you a heads up of what is required of you and what we are supposed to be doing. So first things first, you are expected to have Photoshop installed in your machine. I had sent the link on the group where you'll be able to access Photoshop. Then by now you should have managed to install Photoshop. So if you have managed to install Photoshop, and we're good to go. So again, we're going to learn all these on YouTube. So kindly I'm going to beg you, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, since I'm giving you all this knowledge for free. Hit that subscribe button, like the videos, and that's just going to help me to beat around the YouTube algorithm and help my YouTube channel to grow. So yeah, thank you. And without much ado, I just want us to dive into Photoshop. Then I'm going to show you some few basics, and yeah, let me just open up my Photoshop. And boom, as you can see there, my Photoshop is open. So if you haven't used Photoshop before, you do not have any recent project, you won't have all these tabs. It will be completely empty. You'll just have these two buttons here, create, open. Then you'll have all these minus all these. So for me, these are my recent projects that I've worked on. That's why they appear here. Even you, when you start working on projects, they will all be appearing on your recent tab right here. These are the recent project that I've worked on. So when you open your Photoshop, the first thing you get into, as in the first thing that comes, is this interface where you have our tabs here, the file, edit, and everything, all the way to help. Then we have now the create new and the open. So as always, we are working on a new project, so you just have to click create new. So mostly Photoshop, yes, you might use it to create anything that you like, but as for me, as you checked on the masterclass, it was more of designing social media posters, flyers, and everything. So most of the posters usually work on 1080 by 1080 pixels. That is the standard size, as in a perfect square, standard size for most social media platforms. That is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So mostly I design my flyers, that is social media flyers or posters, using 1080 by 1080 pixels. So very first thing, you just come here and we have to change these to pixels. So we are on pixels, right? Then now the width and the height should be the same, since we have to work on a perfect square. So this will be 1080 and this will be 1080. The resolution, we can just leave it as 72. You can increase it depending on the processor of your machine. So for me, I'm just going to work with 200. The color mode is RGB, just leave it on RGB color. 8-bit is okay. White background, just click create. Then Photoshop is just going to do its magic, and boom, we have our artboard. So this is what we call an artboard, the white space here. So the artboard is where now you design your artwork, where your artwork will be visible and exported from. So this is our work area, the white part, and everything outside here won't be exported. Anything inside here is what is going to be exported as an image or a PDF, depending on which format you want to export to. So now I want us to dive into understanding the layout first. So as I have said, this is now our workspace, the white part here at the center. On our left here, we have this panel. These are now our tools. These are our tools. we have from the move tool on top here all the way to where you want to change the screen either to full screen or whatever. This is I don't mostly use it, but yeah. And there are more tools, as you can see here. If you click and hold here, or if you just click on this drop down here, click on edit, then you'll have, there are more tools. These are just the ones that are the default that Photoshop places them there, but there are more tools. Okay, so these are the mostly used tools, that's why they appear here first. Then on our top at the top here, we have now our tabs. Okay, so these tabs, this tab here, we have the very first tab at the top that has the Photoshop logo, the file, edit, image, layer, and all these at the top. Then on your right, we have the minimize, we have the restore and the close. Then now the second tab is where we have now our home. Our home takes us back to our recent projects. As you can see, if I click on that, we're back here. So I'll just go back. So this is where we are. Then now all these change depending on the tool that you are on. For instance, if I change this tool to this tab, these tabs here will change, as you can see. So these tabs change depending on which tool you are on. If you change the tool, automatically this will change depending on the tool that you are on, as you can see. So that is now our second bar. This is the second bar here, where these tools here, or these transformations, or these icons, change depending on the tool you are using right here. Then on our right, you might have noticed maybe your Photoshop does not look as mine. That is these panels here. These panels, you might customize them depending on the ones you use frequently. Any panel that is here, you can take it out, you can delete it, and add a panel that you need it anywhere. You can just click and drag them and position them how you want. As you can see, I've already removed this. I can position it here, I can take it even here, depending on where I want it to be. For me, I like my properties right here where they were. And yeah, that's why I work with my Photoshop. So now we have the paths. These are all what do we call them? They are called, if you come to window, they are all these they are called is it panels? Yeah, they're called panels. So these are specific, as you can see, the swatches panel, we have the gradient panel, the pattern panel. All these you can add them and remove them depending on how you want. So you can just customize your workspace. But usually for beginners, you can just come to workspace, then you will use essentials. For me, I'm not using I'm using essentials, but I have customized it to fit my working, you know how I work. So I'm using essentials. Then I just use essentials. If you see like properties, then it's not here. Just come to window, then you just have to ensure properties is checked, and it will appear right here. If maybe you need swatches, as you can see, swatches, maybe it's not there. The swatches contains the colors. You can just come to window, then locate swatches right here. As you can see, it's checked. If you click on it, it will just appear. As you can see, it has disappeared since it was already here. So if I go back to window and click on swatches, there it is, it's back. So basically, that's how you add panels on your workspace. It's as simple as that. Then the other panel that is very important is this layers panel. Usually it comes when it is appearing somewhere here on the default essentials tabs. It is usually somewhere here. It is usually there. Yeah, let me just close these panels. It is usually right here, the layers. If you check it on the essentials workspace, if you come to workspace, the essentials, it should appear right here. So we will learn more about the layers. Then we have our swatches. Those are the colors. You can use this color tab to pick any specific color. If you do not have it, as I have said, any panel that you need, or maybe you are seeing it on my screen and it's not appearing on your screen, just come to window and just locate it. Like you can see color, click on it, it will appear on your screen, anywhere on your screen. So basically that's the panels and how you navigate around Photoshop. So in our next class, we'll dive deep now into understanding the tools, how they work, one tool at a time, and how maybe you are going to customize your workspace to look like mine. And basically that's it for introduction video today, guys. Always don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like the video, and let's meet in our next class. Boom, see you.